Hey guys, welcome back to another conservation conversation. I'm here with Michael, who will tell us about the endangered species. After 2 years of drought, I want to see how it's been going on here in OlPejeta Conservancy. So, Michael, would you like to introduce yourself?
Okay, thank you so much, Veer. My name is Michael Mwirigi. As you said, I work with the Endangered Species Department, that is the Ecological Monitoring Unit in the OlPejeta Conservancy. And I monitor the endangered species of the Gravy Zebras and the Oryx here at some part of OlPejeta called Mount Kenya Wildlife Estate. Yes.
So how did you get your job and what inspired you to become a conservationist?
Okay, into the part of conservation, this is a passion. And I will not say that you trained or maybe you are pushed into this, even though you've learned or maybe gone to school and done some course about conservation. It's not all. Many of us that have done any related conservation related courses are doing in conservation. So I came here to OlPejeta as an intern. That is now 3 years ago. And I worked for 3 months helping in monitoring activities. But after the 3 months, I joined Mount Kenya Wildlife Estate, but as a part of OlPejeta to monitor the endangered species that we have here. So the reason as to why we're saying this is Mount Kenya Wildlife Estate, and someone like, yeah, you may ask why are the endangered species not found in the larger conservancy area? So the reason is because this place is an enclosure and it's a predator-free zone. Yeah, so that's why we are here, and that's why the endangered species are kept here.
So can you tell us a little bit more about the endangered species?
The endangered species that we have here, the Gravy Zebras, as I said again, and the Oryx, they were brought in here from the larger conservancy area because we wanted to curb or counter predation. So when they're said to be endangered, we didn't want to see their numbers reduce as a result of predation. So we brought them in here to make them to just ease in or make it easy to monitor them here, where there are no predators coming in, and their numbers have really gone up because predation was one key thing that made their numbers go down.
How has drought affected the endangered species? Because we've been in drought for like 2 years now, and we're only starting to get back a little bit of rain, and the greenery is starting to flourish a little bit. So, how has drought affected the endangered species?
I will say generally, or maybe specifically at some point, is that the drought has really seen pasture loss come into being, and we've lost animals, or maybe I'll say the mortality rates cases have been reported, not only here in this enclosure, but even to the animals. These are Gravy Zebras natural rangelands where they are found in other conservancies, or yeah. So I'll say the numbers have gone down as a result of the drought. Many animals generally have died as a result of starvation because the grounds were left bare. There was nothing to eat. So the numbers have really been affected by the drought. Even to their natural rangelands where they are found, I would say maybe the waters where they drink from are dried. So you find out that the water pods where they drink from are going down. But here we've really tried to see their numbers go up. The drought has played a role in their degradation, but we've come up with programs to supplement them with feeds when the drought was so high, and we could do ratios of haze in day out.
Um, Thank you. So, what's the plan moving forward with the endangered species? Yeah, what's the plan for moving forward?
Okay, I would say we planning to, as first of all, like our plan of supplementing them with the feeds is one key a thing that we did to see that they don't die out of starvation during the drought. And as we can see now, the rains have begun coming, and maybe we'll get some more Gravy Zebras to come into this place because one thing we like to have variety of breeds, so we cannot really rely on the males that we have here, and maybe they keep on breeding with them. So we'll do that to counter inbreeding. Yeah, and I think the numbers will still go up, and because we are now monitoring them day in, day out, they are healthy, they are well-being, and we can see, yeah, they will flourish with time.
Thank you very much. I've learned so much. One last question. What advice would you give to a young person getting into conservation?
Okay, I will just say that conservation is, as I began by saying, it's passion. So if you don't really have that in you, it's not something that you can be taught. It's all about how much do you like conservation activities. Yeah, the drive, the motive that you have. It's a call. Yeah, it's a calling. So if you really want to get into conservation, you have to start like you have begun very early, and that is so good of you. Yeah, keep on keeping on, and conservation is really what we are doing now.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
I really appreciate the time taken by Michael to help me deepen my knowledge on the endangered species of OlPejeta and what we can do to mitigate the effects of drought. I have now learned what it takes to feed the Gravy Zebras and Oryx in a time of drought when natural pastures are dry and we have to use supplementary feeding to save the endangered species. I love your insight about passion driving one's commitment to conservation. I look forward to you continuing to inspire the conservation passion with young people like me. Keep doing the amazing work, Michael.